let your rice soak for a few hours to absorb some of the starch. As you can see, most of the starch has come to the surface, so that rice is ready to boil on the stove. And I already cut up my chicken. My water is already boiling for my rice. So let's make sure you take all the excess water out of the rice that you let sit. It's okay to have a little small corner. It's not going to hurt anything. But yeah, I'm going to put that rice in. So now I'm just letting the rice boil. I want to also say you don't want to cook the rice all the way while you're boiling it. You want to cook it enough to where it's halfway done. And then you want to cook the rest of it in your wok pan. I usually cook everything else separate. Like I will cook the eggs separately from everything else. But I'm actually going to get started on putting the chicken breast in the pan. So I just wanted to say, cook this almost halfway through. And then strain it really good. Rinse it really good. Strain it really good. And then put your oil in your wok pan. And then put the rice in there. Because that steam in that wok pan is what's going to cook it evenly through. Because you don't want to overcook it to where it's like sticky rice. You just don't want the chicken to this pan from the cutting board. Oh, I left one more piece of chicken on the cutting board. And what I'm just going to do, I'm going to evenly just separate the chicken so it can cook evenly through. So I put butter in here, so you just let it cook down. So while we have the chicken cooking, we're going to strain our rice out of the pot into the strainer. I want to make sure we get all the rice out. Then we're going to take some lukewarm water, turn my sprayer on. Now we're going to spray all the extra starches out of the rice. And you can also shake it up. That's a technique that I use to make sure that all the rice is being rinsed off. It goes and into the fridge. So now I'm just letting my chicken cook now. Letting it cook down, and it's basically getting there. It still needs to cook because it's not quite done. While it's doing that, I'm going to be adding some salt lightly. And then I'm going to be adding some pepper seasoning. Uh-oh, it's not screwed all the way on. Good thing I caught that. Don't want to put too much pepper on. And we're just going to mix it all up. Make sure it's all coated in all the seasoning. And we're just going to let this chicken continue to cook because it's halfway done. So it should be done pretty soon. So that's what we're doing. Just mixing it up. Me personally, I like to prepare my egg and put it to the side. So that is what you're seeing. You're seeing my egg right here that I had already whisked together and put to the side. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it sitting here until the chicken is done. And then we're going to fry our eggs separately. This is just how I do my homemade chicken fried rice. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now we're preparing this pan with butter, the hot butter for our eggs. Because I like to cook my eggs separately. Yeah. So we're pulling in our eggs now. And we're going to let that cook. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because we don't want to cook it too fast where we burn it. So, yeah. So our egg is starting to actually cook kind of quickly. And I'm going to let that cook down some. Let that cook down, and we're going to come back when it's starting. I'm adding my oil to my wok pan. And now I'm adding my rice. So I already added my oil and I already added my rice. So what I'm going to do is add my seasonings to my rice. I'm going to show you guys the seasonings that I'm going to use before I'm using a little small amount of this fish sauce. Probably like a little drop because this is really salty. You don't want to use too much because it's very overpowering. And you're already going to be adding soy sauce in. So you definitely don't want to overpower it. So I'm going to be using a drop of fish sauce and some soy sauce. We're going to be using some ground cumin, curry powder, ground black pepper, organic turmeric, and ground ginger. Now let's get started, guys, on seasoning. The first seasoning I'm going to be using is the black pepper. And get that black pepper all in there, but we won't season it too spicy because my kids gotta eat this. And then we're going to be taking our ground ginger. I'm going to put just enough in here, and ginger is so healthy. It's good for our immune system. And we're going to be taking some curry powder. My goodness, my talking is so off, you guys. I get so nervous talking on camera and in person. Ooh, drop that. So, we're going to be using some ground cumin. And now we're going to be using turmeric. Please do not use too much turmeric. Most turmeric come like this with big openings. You just have to be careful because turmeric is pretty potent all by itself. So you just want to season just enough. So that should be just enough. And we're going to mix all this up. Another seasoning that I forgot to add was garlic salt. Very small amount because the fish sauce is already salty and the soy sauce is salty as well. So you want to use very lightly. You just want to give it like a small garlic, hint of garlic taste in there. So that should be it. And we're going to continue to mix all this. So it has a yellow tint to it because of the curry and the turmeric and the ginger. But what we're going to do, this rice is going to be like St. Louis Style rice. It's going to be extremely brown. Soy sauce is what makes the rice brown. But before we do that, we are going to be adding our chicken. So let's add in our chicken. So I added our chicken in. So we're going to add the chicken in and mix that all up. And now we're going to add a drop of our fish sauce. Please be very gentle with how you pour this fish sauce out because like I said, you only need a drop. That's all you need. Nothing more, nothing less. And you're going to mix that. Next, we're going to be adding our soy sauce. Be generous with this. Especially if you're going for St. Louis Style rice, be generous with the soy sauce. But you also want to make sure you have a balance and it's not too salty. So that should be enough. And if it isn't, you can always add more. The rice is brown. It's looking good. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add in our eggs. There we go. And we're going to mix all of those eggs in there. And there you have it. The rice is done. It's looking good. I'm going to take this out, put it into my plastic container and let it cool. And then I'm going to show you how it looks when it's settled. So now in this separate little skillet, I am putting some green onion, some white onion, bell peppers. And I'm going to saute this. And I'm doing it separately because my husband and kids, they don't like onions or bell peppers or anything like that. I just started eating more vegetables within the last 2 years. I started eating more vegetables. So I cook my vegetables separately. So I'm sauteing all of this up. Oh, that grease is getting everywhere. So I'm sauteing all my peppers up so I can put it in my rice. And I'm going to show you guys how it all looks and everything is all done. Look at those, they're sauteing so well. Oh, I gotta break this pepper up. I didn't realize that it was stuck together. I'm gonna have to cut it. Okay. There we go. And they're caramelizing pretty good. I like them cooked down in my rice. I don't like them too crunchy or crispy. Cooked down but not like soft or mushy. So they're just about ready. But yeah, it's green onion, bell pepper, and white onion. And just look at them. They're sauteing so well. So Looks so yummy. And there you have it. St. Louis Style rice. Mine's have veggies in it. Chicken looks good. Rice looks good. Veggies are a little scorched, I ain't gonna lie, but besides that, I mean, that's actually how I like my veggies, very caramelized like that. So this is the rice, you guys. If you like this recipe, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want more recipes like this, please like, share, and subscribe to our family YouTube channel. That is the Richardson Family Jesus Save. That is the name of our YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe again. And please hit that bell so you can get new notifications when we have new content posted. But yes, this is our dinner, and we're just going to enjoy dinner and hopefully get ready for Bible study. Love you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Be blessed.